We know you've loved being in your advisories and your advisory teachers have been psyched to have you, but now it's time for you to start branching out and scheduling with other teachers as well. So this is the week that we start nighttime, and I want to teach you how to self-schedule your nighttime classes. So first, you might have some questions like when can you self-schedule and what teachers can you pick and what do you do if your teacher is booked? So those are all great questions. First, the self-scheduling. You're going to be able to schedule every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So Monday is the day that you're going to go to advisory, and that's the day that you're supposed to pick your teachers for the rest of the week. But if you want to get a head start on Saturday or Sunday, you can certainly do that. If you weren't able to book your teachers on Monday and you need to book them on Tuesday before nighttime starts, you're going to be able to do that as well. But we're intending to have everyone scheduled by Monday. All right, now what about who you can pick? The same rule applies as a couple of years ago, although many of us may have forgotten, but you have to pick your current teacher. So you can't pick someone that you had before that you really liked. We want you to work with your current teachers because we want you to get ahead or keep up on your current coursework. So those are the teachers that you're going to select. And then what do you do if your teacher's booked? Sometimes a lot of kids are trying to get in to see the same teachers. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to pick an open teacher, and then you're going to go and you're going to speak either through email or when you have them in class, you're going to talk to your teacher and say like, hey, I tried to schedule you. I couldn't get an opening. Is there a way that you can fit me in? What can we do? And your teacher's going to work with you and find a time or book you themselves for the following week. So there's lots of options, but you have to communicate with your teacher to make that happen. Okay, so now how do you schedule? Most everyone has gone into Clever if you're a student because you guys have taken the iReady tests. So clever.com is where you can go and you're going to log in as a student and you may have bookmarked the school. I would do that if I were you. So as soon as you type in sandwich, if you type it in correctly, unlike what I am doing right now, then you're going to get Sandwich Public School. There's two choices. If you are a high school student, you're going to pick Sandwich High. If you are a STEM student, you're going to pick Sandwich STEM Academy. And then you're going to log in with your Google. And you're going to see your school email address. And it's going to load Clever. You're just going to scroll down though. And I'm going to favorite the enriching student. So I'm going to click right on that little heart. And so then it's going to appear in my favorites the next time I'm in so I don't have to scroll. So you're going to click on Enriching Students. So the default screen on the website is just to load the scheduled courses. And you can see it starts on the 13th, which is the Monday. It usually starts on the Monday, but you can arrow through if you wanted to go to a different day. So I'm going to go back just so I can start with the Monday. And so for the first period, I'm with my homeroom teacher. Tuesday, Mr. Duffney booked me. So he's pulled me into his class so he can help work with me. So sometimes a teacher will pull you in and you'll see that pre-done and there's nothing you can do. So you can't delete a teacher's assignment that they've picked for you. But if I thought like, geez, I already made that up, Mr. Duffney, you forgot, I could go talk to him and he could adjust it. So he can delete it as a teacher, but you can't as a student. Wednesdays are always going to be blocked. And then you can see here, I have 2 days that I still need to schedule. And the idea is that I'd be doing that on Monday, but again, I can do it a little earlier. So what I do is I click to open my schedule and I know that I can only pick teachers that I have. Now the teachers that are listed here are listed in alphabetical order and it has all of the teachers and it also shows what room they're in. Some of them don't have the room numbers on there and that's going to get fixed, but since you're only picking teachers who you have, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So let's just say I have Madame Walsh. So instead of scrolling from C all the way to W, I can just hit the Control F on my keyboard and I can just type WA and then I get the W's. So now it's going to be much easier for me to pick Madame Walsh. So I can click Schedule. Oops, and I forgot I need to add a comment and I already know that, but I forgot, but don't worry, it's going to give you an error message. So let's just say I want to work on homework. I can type that. If I needed help, I would type that. Whatever it is you want to do, you're going to type in. So I'm going to do homework and I'm going to schedule. And so now that's already scheduled. If I go back to scheduled courses, I have Madame Walsh on the 16th, and now I have to pick someone for the 17th. So I'll think of who else I have for my teachers. I think about how I'm doing, if there's an upcoming quiz or something happening. So let's say I have in science, Miss Ferreira is going to have me do something. So I'm going to type, get her name, and then I can just click where I have to add a comment. So I'm going to work on the project in her room, let's say, and then I'm going to click schedule. And then I'm just going to go back to confirm to make sure that I'm all scheduled. So now I'm set and I can just do my other work. And so that's what you're going to do on Monday when you go to your advisory class. You're going to book your classes. If you have any questions, please send me an email, or you can ask a teacher. If they don't know the answer, then they can email me as well. Thanks.